guys, welcome back. Also, I know you guys are going to comment on this. I don't have a black eye. It's literally the lighting. Okay, so I already filmed this intro, but it was like 6 minutes long. We're going to cut that out because half of that was like me preparing you guys for another video that's not even filmed yet. Let's just get into this part. So this is a trail ride we are going on. We've done this ride quite a few times. I think I've done it on Avalon. I honestly could not remember. I've done it on a friend's horse where she collapsed and fell on top of me. That is on my channel. You guys can search for that. I've done it with Kamani a few times, and we're gonna go do that. So we are taking a shortcut because if you go the back way, it's a 5-hour ride round trip, and it is 50 degrees with almost 30-mile-an-hour winds. So it's a little too cold to be doing that. There is some marsh, but it's pretty easy to get around. Pretty steep hill, and then we have some flat spots, and then we have rocks kind of like pittered throughout the trail. So lots of terrain, lots of good stuff for Kamani. Hi guys, me again. So if you could like, comment, share, or subscribe, it's completely free. It interacts with my videos and it pushes my videos out further. Do you guys ever have those days where it takes you 2 minutes to hook up your trailer on your own because no one's home to help you, right? And then you have the day, I'm laughing now, but oh, I was not laughing a minute ago. And then you have the days where today it took me 45 minutes to hook up my trailer. Well, my trailer's up against our fence line. And this is the first time I've ever backed my trailer in because there's a trailer behind it, so I can't just pull it straight through. So when I did the cattle sorting the other day, I backed it in, and I was so proud of myself because it only took me a few minutes, and I never did it, and I thought I had enough room. Well, my mom's on her way home to help me. Thank God she's in town and not, like, out of town. Ooh, I'm trying to breathe right now because I'm just worried about my wheel well. I'll show you guys here in a second. I tried to pull straight up and out so I could get Kamani tacked up. And the lady I'm riding with is already on her way. I left 45 minutes early. I should be tacked up and ready, and I'm not. I don't even have my horse yet. My mom's on her way to help me because I went to pull my truck out. And we've always just kind of turned and went straight out. But the way I parked it, I guess I was too far in. Here's what I did. So, I can barely even get my phone through this gap. And my wheel well is slightly bent at the front there. I think it'll be okay, though. Because it doesn't seem like it's hitting the tire, at least from here. It doesn't look like it is. And it's up against a post. So, I'm having my mom come out and do it. And I'm hoping that wheel well is just slightly bent and not bent enough where it's going to affect my tires. So yeah, I've been crying because I got frustrated, and I'm the type of person that when I get frustrated, I get really sick when I start crying. So I literally almost just threw up. So this is a great start to my ride. Yeah, waiting on my mom to come home and hopefully pull this out. It's funny, but it's not. I'm going to get her tacked up. I hope the ride goes better than this because she did not want to be caught. So that was like 2 or 3 minutes of trying to catch her. And then Avalon tried to follow us out, and I had to chase her off, and the whole trailer situation. I'm going to tack up my horse, and let's hope this ride goes better. It's 1 o'clock. We were supposed to be there by now. My mom came home and pulled it out and literally just had to, there was no way to get it back further. So she just kind of had to rip through the fence a little bit, but the fence is perfectly fine. And my wheel well is a little bit bent, but they were able to actually pull it back into place. It's not hitting the tires at all. So we're heading out now. You go, girl. You're a good girl. Okay, so I'm currently off of her because she is being a brat and just wants to be buddy sour to that mare. And we're trying to go down this hill, incredibly steep and incredibly slick. And she's just jerking through the bit, throwing her body around, acting like she's going to drop down on top of me, jerking on me, just not listening at all because she wants to be with that mare. She's being buddy sour, which she typically does not do this bad. She typically like pulls on me a little bit, but nothing like this. And she's just being wound up all over the place, and this hill is just too steep and slick for me to be fighting with her. So if she is gonna act like this, I'm just making her kind of work around me a little bit. Work around me a little bit while we're going down, making her kind of pay attention and lunge around and back up a little bit. And I want her attention on me. Walking again. Walked her the rest of the way down that hill. Rode her a little while. She was doing fine. Now she's pawing and throwing her head and just being a shit. It's mostly Buddy's hour because, I mean, just you turning around to go get a picture, she was freaking out. It's just both of them are acting up, and that's what's making me wonder what the heck. Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna let him breathe.
I'm gonna let her go.
Okay.
There's my girl. There's the girl that I know. What's gotten into you today? Shh. There's my girl. There's my horse. What happened? Why so anxious? You wanted to run this whole ride now that I want you to go up a little hill. Not so fun, is it? Come on, you. Come on. Oh. Alright, let's stand and wait. Good girl. Alright, so not as much footage as I wanted to get, not as much fun as I was hoping to have. I don't know what was up with the horses. I didn't film a ton. Literally what I filmed you guys have seen. Her horse was rearing in a big rocky area. I had to like annoy her to get off of her horse because I'm like, we're 2 hours from the trucks. My horse is acting up, your horse is acting up. If you fall and whack your head into a rock, I have no service. I have no control over Kamani, which is why half the ride I was walking her up these steep mountains. Your horse is rearing. Like, how am I gonna get two horses that are wound up down to the trucks to get service, to get somebody to help you, you know? I don't know what was up with Kamani exactly. I do think part of it's weather. We had a gorgeous sunny day, and now we're at the end of the ride. We're on our way home. We're on our private road, and it's dark skies all around us. Hard to tell from the video. And like thunder clouds are rolling in. Like we're gonna have some heavy rain tonight. Her horse rearing, I don't know what was going on with that. We do know there was some type of predator around the area where Kamani started acting up, but to be fair, Kamani started acting up the second I got on her. Literally, my friend went down to get on her on a bigger tree, and I was using a rock just because for my knees it's easier to use something. I can get on without using something, but it's just easier. And then Kamani was like automatically wanting to go to her horse, and I'm like, okay, you know, you haven't really ridden with buddies in a while. She knows this mare, she really likes this mare. Of course she's gonna be like, oh, I want to be with my buddy. And they're literally like 20 feet apart from each other, and Kamani, I just had no shoulder control. I couldn't get her to flex without her feeling like she was gonna go on top of me. Had no hip control, no rib control, trying to get her to back up. She is just shaking her head and slamming her mouth hard on the bit, just wanting to go to her friend. So we stayed there for about 5 minutes, and I calmed her down, got her quiet, and she was acting like her good self. And I thought, okay, that's gonna be the end of it. Well, you've seen us walking down that hill, and halfway, it's like, okay, so it's really steep going down. and it's really slick. Now, you've seen us run up it coming back, but we went on like a different path of it that wasn't as slick, that we didn't see coming down. But going down it, you guys seen, I got off her and she's running circles around me and she is just all over the place. And you guys know that's not Kamani. That is not how she acts. What made it worse is I'm pretty sure we seen either 2 cougars or 2 bears. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I just know I seen 2 huge brown things on the other side of the drop down when I was filming walking down that hill with her. And when we came back up, they weren't there, and there was like this massive bedded down area. I'm not sure if it was 2 brown bears. I'm not sure if it was 2 cougars, 2 wolves. I honestly don't know. I just know on the way back, they weren't there. So maybe the horses, you know, smelled the predators or whatever they were. They were something. Maybe they smelt them, and that's maybe what started the whole thing, on top of them being like, ooh, I have my trail riding buddy that I go with every year. This is exciting. I don't know. I wanted to turn back quite a bit. I was just over it. She kept telling me, get on Kamani, she's fine, get on Kamani, she's fine. Literally, Kamani was pawing as we were walking, and we were right next to the other mare. And I just literally, I felt unsafe. I didn't feel safe on her. And Kamani has never given me this feeling of, like, I feel like I have to get off of her because I don't feel safe on her. And I'm not sure exactly, you know, what the problem was. I don't know, she just had a bunch of pent up energy, and typically on trails I do quite a bit of running with her, but she's never anxious when I allow her to run, and she's never been anxious really on the trails. I don't know if she got excited. She's like, I know this path, and Mom and I do tons of running, and she just got excited on top of having a buddy. All I know is for a little while it felt like I was riding Avalon. I had no brakes, I had no steering. I walked over half of the trail bare. I just didn't feel safe on her back. She finally started to settle down, and then my friend's horse started acting up, and then we found out my friend lost her wallet, and it's getting dark and it's too slick to ride in the dark, so we can't go back and look for it right now. I don't know. It wasn't the best ride, but I do like how, you know, the end of the ride, she was finally acting like herself. She was quiet, she was calm, she wasn't fighting with me, and she just ran up that hill so nicely and so cautiously. Like, she just acted like her typical self. She wasn't acting like she was when I started filming because I had to get off. Because I rode her Sunday, that was 2 days ago, and she did not act like that at all, and there was 20 plus horses there. So I untacked her before we left so that when I got home I can just give her some of her stomach grain that I give before I ride and after I ride, and I'm gonna give her some of that and then turn her out. I do like how, you know, on the way back she started to calm down. My friend thinks she just wanted to go, which, yeah, that could be the case. She could have just wanted to go and run, but I also know Kamani doesn't typically shake her head and jerk against the bit and toss her head. And something that kept annoying me is my friend was like, well, give her head. The reins were completely down low. I don't know how much more rein you want me to give her when my hands are down low, and she's still acting up. And she was telling me, get back on her, she's fine. And I'm like, we're literally walking and she's pawing and tossing her head. So I'm not a big fan of getting off when a horse is acting up, but in the situation where you don't feel safe, the roads are steep, it's muddy out, and you don't have any control, in this case, getting off was the best bet, because look how good we ended. Got this one home, got her some grain. I am going to, like I said, ride her in a few days around the block and see how she acts. If she acts the same or worse, probably gonna take her to the vet, because I've learned in the past to listen to this one when she starts to act like that, because she's not that type of horse. She has laid on me in the past when she had ulcers. I have learned to listen to her and listen to what she's telling me, which is why I kept wanting to turn around and go home. But we'll ride in a few days and go based off of that. And if it continues to be a behavior that is continued, then we'll dig deeper. Because I don't want this one to be in pain. I mean, she is 5. It could just be an off day. And then the other horse acting up probably adds to that. So,